We're back again, and today we're going to be doing a video on how to fix a lawnmower. No? No, actually we're going to... Actually, no, we're going to be doing another carbon repair. Drop the forks, hopefully bearing change, and Mark's going to show us how to fix a dinged rim. So there's a big ding in this, it doesn't seal anymore when you do a tubeless. So we're going to try and fix it. And we've got a new frame to fix. Boom, this guy. Check it out. Alright, let's do it. I don't know if you can see here, but when you move this back and forth, and all these Ibis have the same problem, you can see how much that pivot point's moving. So that's not good. It's basically delaminated off the frame. See it moving? What? That whole thing is moving big. The bolt is stuck, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just going to hammer it.
Yep.
Out. And hopefully, all good. Bang. Now tell us what's going on here. What is wrong with that? Can we reuse it?
Came debonded. Yeah, so you can kind of see here there's this stuff.
Yeah.
The fancy glue, which is what was making it hard to come out, but it could still move sideways. So that it kind of worn out here. So this is where it was bonded here and here. And as you can see, it's not bonded no more. If you look in there.
That was easy to take out compared to the last one.
Yeah, so what they've done is they've got a little bit here, but they haven't put a full sleeve all the way through, right?
Right.
So you've only got a little bit either side, and I would hazard a guess, as you ride through water and crap,
Just sits there.
you get water and stuff sitting in here, wanting to corrode the aluminium a little bit, and then it just doesn't want to play with the carbon anymore.
Look, matching set.
Yeah, so that was from the swing arm from before.
Last time's one.
Yeah, same sort of thing. That one had wallowed out so big that we remade the pivot.
Yeah.
Whole pivot. This one's still
Tight. Enough.
relatively tight that we can gap fill it. But we really want to give it a really, really good clean if we're going to do that.
Right.
So we'll probably sandblast this.
We're just sandblasting it now.
I mean, we've blasted it, but the epoxy's still on there. Just softer, so we've got to try to get that off because you pass it through properly.
On the lathe?
Probably. Yep. Now in here, just. Probably not all the way around either.
That's shiny.
Yeah. Most of the stuff we're taking off is the...
So what are you using to clean this stuff with?
brake cleaner.
So that's hardcore cleaner.
Yeah, you don't want to eat it. But it doesn't leave a residue so much behind. We'll come back with acetone later.
Yeah.
But it does
Oh,
cut
acetone.
through.
Yeah, because I think we used acetone last time.
Yeah.
True. Does it slide through easily?
Yeah, perfect.
Nice. Perfect.
So, loosey-goosey.
Not too bad, right?
Basically, I mean, that's what it was. It was just full of gunk.
Yeah.
You might not have noticed it as much. We'll try to jig it up with everything that we put it together so that it kind of sits where it wants to.
Yeah.
But now what we're going to do is we're going to cut a small groove here.
With the lathe?
Yeah, and a small groove here.
Yeah.
And we'll probably put a small groove in here as well.
Trim all of
And
them.
another one in there, and then a small hole connecting the groove to the outside. And when we put it in, we'll inject the epoxy through that hole, around that groove, and it'll go around the whole joint quite nicely.
Right, and to kind of fill in the gaps in between.
Fill in the gaps. In worst case, you end up with a ring of glue, which is between the aluminium and the frame as well. So you got a mechanical lock as well as it goes off.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and this is what they try to do with this sort of thing, right? They knurl it so the glue sits in the knurls, and it doesn't it can't.
But it's not
let
quite
go.
enough, as we've experienced from these frames, right?
Yeah, it just doesn't seem to be quite enough. it does seem that it comes off the aluminium more than the frame, because on this frame on the other side you can see that little light. Was it the other side or this side? Nah, this side. This side is easier. But this angle is easier. So you can see down the bottom here.
Oh, that black stuff, yep.
That is actually the frame. The black stuff's the frame. The white stuff is actually the glue. And if you look on the side, you can see the little cross hatches here.
Oh, yep.
Right, which were in the aluminium, but they're just not deep enough to actually engage as much as they could.
So do we need to clean this out a bit more?
We'll give it a bit of a grind.
Yeah.
Try not to take too much material off. Because when they glue this in, they probably have this in a proper jig.
Oh.
Holding it with a certain clearance.
Yeah.
We don't have that.
Okay. Our jig will be putting it back together.
Our jig, we're trying to self-jig it onto itself.
Yeah.
Serious work here from Mark.
You can't, it's already done. So he's lathed,
Oh no.
he's lathed all these bits out and dremeled. You can see the groove in there. The groove all the way around in there. So when this goes in, boom! Glues up, holds perfect.
Oh.
Yeah. It's gonna be stronger than new, man.
Like this. And eyeball it then.
They should have Mark and Ibis. Make that stuff better.
There's
Perfect.
that. Yeah, we'll just be able to get that in.
Yeah.
And
Squirt.
squirt our epoxy through. It'll go around this channel in here,
Mm-hmm.
which is also connected to this channel here. So you get epoxy flowing all the way around, and then we'll also get some going this way and this way,
Nice.
escaping.
Done. Done. I'll hot glue the bottom so it doesn't run out the sides.
Yeah, so hot glue like around here. Ooh. So just right up to the top.
Huh?
With the other side. The back, what we'll do, once we're finished, we'll put some tape over it as best as we can.
So it doesn't run out.
Yeah, so basically we'll fill this up to the top.
So then maybe we want it like
and
this.
it'll run out the top.
Oh, okay, yeah. And
Yeah.
then
And then we know it's full.
full. Bit of acetone.
Yep. Heaps.
Heaps of acetone.
It'll be panic for a little while because that's how we roll. Have a good drive.
They're all hot glued up so the epoxy doesn't run out. There you go.
It's hot glued up because that's what will hold it together.
That's all you need.
And one full pump here
Yep.
should be the
So
right.
hardener and epoxy resin. Oh yeah, and just mix it.
And we'll mix it all together.
Surgical work. This is Botox injection.
Rescission.
It's a rescission.
Rescission?
No, I know.
I said
coming out the
rescission.
top.
Yeah.
There you go. Come out the top.
I see why you want it to. You want to see it coming out the top so you know it's filled.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's not actually that much epoxy, to be honest. Like
Yeah.
it's really not very much.
Yeah.
But it's a whole science in itself.
Yeah.
How far off will it be?
Pretty close.
No, I might just leave it then.
Yeah? You want to bolt it up or just leave it?
No, let's see. I'm worried about it sticking to something that shouldn't be.
Oh, okay. What are we doing now?
We are fixing some forks.
Fox 40s, Fox 36s, dropping the lowers.
Gonna get
Good.
some flush riding out of
Yeah, man.
this Sunday.
Right.
Does it have
Oh, look at that.
calling me a tool?
Never.
It's
Oh,
special.
look at that. Beautiful. They weren't a bad colour, were they?
getting dark.
It's different from what you would drink. A bit grosser.
Oh, that's... Is it more gross?
Yep.
Darker.
Yeah.
Got more bits in it too.
Chunkers.
Particles.
Parts of pork coming out.
So the fork, the one of the Yetis.
Have a smell of that. Very
What
good.
the heck is that?
It's called organics. Oils. Slowly, whatever.
The wiping down,
out.
cleaning up.
You can wipe up the outside, clean it up, make it look pretty.
Get some new O-rings happening.
Paint on it if you didn't realise before. Brake cleaner?
You can use brake clean for anything.
Yeah, it's pretty clean. It's pretty like universal. Just giving it a quick.
So it gets all the gunk out. Cool.
Yeah.
So we learned that there's foam in here. See these white foams? They go in there and they help lubricate the top. I learned that. And you can do without them too.
This is the fancy stuff.
Wow. See? Mystery oil. Just like all the bike shops want to sell you. See? It says Machine oil. Product of Australia.
Alright, sweet.
The
It's
good
like,
drop.
$10,000 a litre or something like that?
This is... I think we pay $800 for 20 litres.
Good stuff.
So we...
Or $600? Can't remember. One of those two.
So this is like super gold oil.
So like Super Gliss. This is a different one. This is a Fuchs one. And so Olin's uses this particular oil.
Olin's does.
Yeah, that's what they recommended in their bike forks. Other companies use Motorex Super Gliss. It's all quite similar. I think this is a 68 viscosity.
What's that in terms of weight?
It's heavier than 32. And you can see it, these are oilophilic. They're absorbing the oil. And so they're kind of sitting like this in your fork, and your fork's just going rub past. Oh, I'm oily and lubricated. Rub past. I'm also oily and lubricated. Rub past. Rub past. Then you can play with oil.
Nice.
So that's basically what it does. And that's why like turning your bike upside down can help keep that oil foam ring lubricated. Because a little bit of oil that you've got in your fork, and it's a little bit like that's all the oil that's in one leg and 4 times the oil in the other. It's not very much oil.
Alright, what are you doing there, Daryl?
I'm doing the same. I've greased them, lubed them.
What are you using this? Look, check out the size of this, man. Siliconium. This is like a kilo.
Is it kilo?
Almost.
Okay. We're ready for this guy.
Right, fold it back up, and it should be better than you.
Ah, you put oil
Oh,
in.
we're gonna put oil in it.
Yeah, we're gonna put some oil in.
Alright, think of golden juice going up. Squeeze. Olin's oil.
No, it's Fuchs oil.
So it doesn't matter about the weight then.
The weight of the oil?
Yeah.
This is machine whey oil. So there's only like 3 different weights that you've got on it.
Right.
You want something thickish so that it stays in there.
Yeah.
But the main thing with whey oil is it's made to cling to metal surfaces.
Oh, so it's gonna work even better.
Yeah. If you've ever touched like chain bar oil or honey, sticky and strings between your fingers, whey oil does similar sort of thing.
So we're tightening these to exactly 4 Newton meters, right?
Yeah, 4.
5 to 10.
I don't know.
Oh.
This thing likes to pop off.
Rear shock service.
Taking things apart.
Yeah.
Plush ride.
This is interesting.
What's going on?
That guy, for a mountain bike part, is made of steel.
Could be stainless steel.
Should be aluminium.
Well, I'd say on a Fox one it'd be aluminium. And that's the piston. No rebound shims. And these compression ones here will be very, very stiff. So this is only for blowing off if you really, really need to.
Right. Into the PE chamber? No. Yes.
Yeah, so the way these guys work is you've got this main body, and then you got this smaller body, and the idea is that this is pushing all the oil down. It's so stiff, like it's basically closed off. It's just the piston pushes all the oil down through here, through all the valving, then that goes back out on the outside through these holes and back into the behind the piston.
Oh.
So rather than going through the piston like a normal one, it goes all the way around that way. The advantage of that is that when you go all the way through the piston directly, just say that was just your normal thing like this going straight through, you get more pressure on this side because your piggyback is here. But whatever behind here, if this gets vacuumed, the oil boils and cavitates, and it gets all foamy, and then damping goes away. So you have to have a very high piggyback pressure to keep the pressure drop high enough so that you've got pressure behind. With this one, the piggyback's actually on the back side of both of them. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So they're just using this as an oil pump, so you don't actually need shims on it.
Yeah.
They put shims on this because that might not be able to flow in an emergency, and so that'll actually blow off.
Okay. So tell me exactly what that meant.
It's gonna have a plush ride.
This is all comes from, I think Olin's is the guys that first started doing this type of thing.
Olin's?
Olin's, yeah. So that's the TTX stuff. And then Kane licensed that for their
It all comes from
barrel.
motorbikes, right?
Olin's one might have been from cars initially.
It's a little bit crooked.
Oh, yeah. Is that gone?
Yeah. Chop it off, drill a hole, put something that same diameter in, sticking out.
Done.
Yeah.
Time to put the rear shock back together. Mark's just made this thing out of the lathe. This golden bit, because the red bit broke off.
Mm-hmm.
And then drilled a hole in it and stuck it in.
Yep. Anyway, so we're not changing any seals. We're just going to fill it up. And
Back together.
send it.
Alright, send it. Well, Daryl's going to send it. Sunday morning.